Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to do something a little different. Instead of just learning lists of words, we're going to learn English through a story. This way, you can see how real English is used in everyday situations. Ready? Let's dive in. Our story is about a guy named Alex. Alex had a really busy day planned. Yesterday morning, Alex woke up early. He looked at his to-do list and thought, wow, I have so much to do today. First on his list was a trip to the supermarket. He needed to pick up a few things for dinner. So he grabbed his reusable bags and headed out the door. At the supermarket, it was already crowded. He maneuvered his cart through the aisles. He needed milk, bread, and some vegetables. While he was in the produce section, he ran into his old friend Sarah. "Sarah, what a surprise to see you here," Alex exclaimed. "Alex, it's been a while. How have you been?" Sarah replied with a smile. "I've been good, just really busy with work. How about you?" "Same here. Life's been a bit of a whirlwind lately." "Are you getting ready for a big dinner?" she asked, glancing at his cart. "You could say that. I'm trying to cook something special tonight." They chatted for a few more minutes, catching up on each other's lives. Alex told her about his new project at work, and Sarah shared a funny story about her cat. Before they said goodbye, Sarah recommended a new coffee shop downtown. "You have to check it out," she said. "Their coffee is out of this world." Alex promised he would. After paying for his groceries, Alex's next stop was the post office. He had a package to send to his sister for her birthday. The line was long, and he started to get a bit impatient. He checked his watch. He was running behind schedule. To pass the time, he listened to a podcast on his phone. Finally, it was his turn. He mailed the package and felt a sense of relief. One more thing crossed off his list. By now, it was lunchtime. Alex was starving. He remembered Sarah's recommendation and decided to give the new coffee shop a try. The coffee shop was cozy and had a really nice atmosphere. He ordered a sandwich and a latte. The coffee was, as Sarah had promised, absolutely amazing. While he ate, he jotted down some ideas for his work project in his notebook. He felt a new burst of energy. After lunch, Alex had a meeting with his team. It was a virtual meeting, so he rushed back home to log on. The meeting was about their upcoming product launch. Everyone shared their progress, and they brainstormed some new marketing strategies. The meeting went on for almost 2 hours, but it was very productive. Alex felt optimistic about the launch. His boss even praised his recent work, which made him feel proud. Once the meeting was over, Alex looked at the clock. It was already late afternoon. He still had one more important task: go to the gym. He was feeling tired, but he knew he'd feel better after a workout. He changed into his gym clothes and headed out again. At the gym, he did his usual routine: some cardio on the treadmill and then some weightlifting. He put on his favorite playlist and got into the zone. Working out always helped him clear his head after a long day. He pushed himself, feeling the burn, but it was a good feeling. An hour later, he was exhausted but refreshed. Finally, it was time to head home for the day. Alex walked through his front door, dropped his bags, and let out a long sigh. What a day! He was tired, but he felt a great sense of accomplishment. He had managed to get everything done. He unpacked his groceries and started preparing dinner. As he chopped the vegetables, he thought about his day. He had run errands, caught up with a friend, tried a new place, had a successful meeting, and even squeezed in a workout. It was a hectic day, but a good one. He smiled to himself, feeling content. As he sat down to eat his well-deserved dinner, he thought, tomorrow, I'm going to take it easy. Okay, how was that? A pretty normal, busy day for Alex, right? But it was full of useful, everyday English. Now let's break down some of the key phrases and prepositions we heard in the story. This is the really important part, so grab a notebook if you want to take some notes. First, let's look at some daily use sentences. Alex said, "I have so much to do today." This is a perfect phrase for when you have a busy schedule. When he met his friend, he said, "What a surprise to see you here." You can use this when you meet someone unexpectedly. Sarah asked, "How have you been?" This is a very common and friendly way to ask about someone's well-being, especially if you haven't seen them in a while. And Alex replied, I've been good, just really busy with work. It's a simple, honest answer. Sarah said the coffee was out of this world. This is an idiom that means something is extremely good or amazing. It's a great one to add to your vocabulary. At the post office, Alex was running behind schedule. This means he was late according to his plan. A very useful phrase for all of us who have busy days. After the gym, he got into the zone. This means he was deeply focused on what he was doing. You can use it for work, sports, or any activity where you're concentrating hard. Finally, at the end of the day, he felt a sense of accomplishment. This is that great feeling you get when you've successfully completed your tasks. Now let's talk about prepositions. They can be tricky, but seeing them in context helps a lot. Notice we said Alex went to the supermarket and to the post office. We use to for direction, to show where someone is going. He maneuvered his cart through the aisles. Through means moving from one point to another within a space. He ran into his old friend. To run into someone means to meet them by chance. It's a very common phrasal verb. They were catching up on each other's lives. To catch up on something means to learn about the recent news or events. The meeting was about their upcoming product launch. We use about to specify the topic of a conversation or meeting. The meeting went on for almost 2 hours. For is used here to indicate a duration of time. Alex went home for the day. This phrase means he was finished with his activities outside the house and was returning home to stay. He felt tired, but he felt a great sense of accomplishment. But is a conjunction used to connect two contrasting ideas. Let's review those phrases one more time so they really stick in your mind. To have so much to do, to run into someone. To catch up on something, out of this world. To be running behind schedule. To get into the zone, a sense of accomplishment. And the prepositions we highlighted. To, for direction. Through for movement within a space. On in the phrasal verb catch up on. About for a topic. For duration. Try to use some of these phrases and prepositions this week. Maybe you can write your own short story about your day. It's a fantastic way to practice. The more you use them, the more natural they will become. Remember, learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress along the way. I hope you found this story and breakdown helpful. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this format and if you'd like to see more story-based lessons. What kind of situations would you like to see next? Maybe a story about traveling or a first day at a new job? Your feedback is super important. Thank you so much for watching and for learning with me today. If you enjoyed this video and want more content like this to help you speak English fluently and confidently, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. It really helps the channel grow and ensures you never miss a lesson. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.